Hello everyone, welcome to this short session. So today we are going to estimate the voltage gain, input impedance and output impedance of a degenerated common source amplifier. So employing a N-channel MOSFET enhancement type. So let us see what do you mean by degenerated common source. So as we know, in a common source amplifier, input is applied to the gate terminal and output is sensed at the drain terminal. So whenever the resistor RS is unbypassed, that means it is not bypassed by a capacitor, then it is called as a degenerated common source amplifier. Or you can just say without the bypass capacitor CS, this configuration is called as a degenerated common source. So over here, the two coupling capacitors, the input coupling capacitor is CC1 and the output coupling capacitor is CC2. So first of all, we have to determine the AC equivalent circuit. So for the AC analysis, all the capacitors and the independent DC sources will be replaced by a short circuit. So we have two capacitors over here and a DC independent DC supply voltage. So the AC equivalent circuit will be like this over here. So what we will do is we'll relax RL for analysis, and at the end we will put it back. Okay. So for further analysis, we will relax the value of RL. Fine. So here is my AC equivalent circuit with the capacitors and the DC supplies as short circuited. Now what we have to do is now we have to replace the MOSFET marked in yellow color over here with its hybrid pi equivalent model. Fine. So when we do that, we get this. So we have replaced the MOSFET by its small signal model. Okay. So we have between gate and source open circuit, which is a VGS. Between the drain and source, we have GM into VGS current source, a dependent current source. And we have relaxed RO value for our analysis. RO is the output impedance, of the model of the MOSFET. So we have relaxed this condition. Now let's build up the remaining part of the circuit. That means we have replaced the MOSFET by its equivalent model. Now let us put the next other circuit components back. So from the gate terminal, we have two resistors R1 and R2 coming in parallel. So we have R1 and R2 coming in parallel. And with that, we have a voltage source V in. So here is the voltage source V in. From the source terminal, we have a resistor RS. So from the source terminal, we have a resistor RS. Remember, in common source amplifier with CS, this RS was getting bypassed. So this source terminal was connected to ground. But in a degenerated common source amplifier, we have a source resistance between the source terminal and the ground. And at the drain terminal, we have just a resistor RD. So here it is, at the drain terminal, we have a resistor RD. So this becomes the small signal equivalent circuit for a degenerated common source amplifier. Now the ground is marked in yellow color. These are all AC grounds. Okay. Now let us look into how to estimate the small signal voltage gain. So here is my modified circuit over here. Here we have added few more information. So from this circuit number 1B, can we write V in is equal to VGS? Actually, we cannot write this statement. This statement is wrong. We cannot write that V in is equal to VGS. We cannot write that. So let me change. Sorry. We can write V is not equal to VGS. Actually, it so from circuit 1.B, we can write VGS is not equal to V in is not equal to VGS because the source terminal is not equal to ground, right? So we have to do some KVL and KCL in our analysis. So what we can do is, here is my voltage V out, right? Now this voltage is in parallel with resistor RD. So what will be the current across the resistor RD going towards the ground? It will be V out upon RD. Now when we apply the KVL over here at the drain terminal, it should be incoming current should be equal to outgoing current. If the current across RD is V out upon RD, the current across the drain terminal will be minus V out upon RD. Because if you add them together, the sum will be equal to 0. Fine. So the current over here, which we have marked over here, it's minus Gm upon Rd. The same current flows to the source terminal. So we have marked over here also minus Gm upon Rd. Now let us look into detail what we can do over here. So from this observation, what can we write? Can we write Gm VGS is equal to, sorry, can we write Gm VGS is equal to minus V out upon Rd? Yes, we can write that because both the currents are same. So we have written it Gm VGS is equal to minus V out upon Rd. Here it is. Okay. So from here, VGS will be equal to minus V out divided by Gm into Rd. So this we call it equation number 1.1. Next, we apply KVL in the gate source loop. Okay. So what do we get by applying KVL in the gate source loop? We have written over here V in is equal to VGS minus V out upon Rd into Rs. So V in is equal to, over here we can write V in is equal to VGS plus Vs. And what is Vs? Voltage across the source terminal is given by this current into this resistance. And this current is minus V out upon Rd into Rs. So that's what we are writing over here. So by KVL, what do we get? V in is equal to VGS plus the voltage across the source terminal. So that will be Vs. So that's what we have written. V in is equal to VGS plus Vs, and Vs is ID in, this current into Rs. And what is this current over here? Minus V out upon Rd into Rs. So what we will do is we'll substitute VGS from equation number 1.1 over here. So what do we get? V in is equal to minus V out upon Gm into Rd minus V out upon Rd into Rs. So from here we take minus V out upon Rd common. So inside the bracket we get minus 1 upon Gm plus Rs. But what we want V out upon V in. So the voltage gain AV, V out upon V in is given by Rd divided by 1 upon Gm plus Rs minus Rd divided by 1 upon Gm plus Rs. So this is the small signal voltage gain for a degenerated common source amplifier. Okay. So we can write this in a general form as follows. So the voltage gain is given by minus of resistance tied between the drain and the AC ground divided by 1 upon Gm plus the resistance tied between the source and the AC ground. Okay. So the resistance tied between the drain and the AC ground, this is the AC ground, and the source and the AC ground. So this is the generalized formula. So even if you have a resistor RL, okay, so we can easily add that information over here. Fine. So this is the formula for a voltage gain for a degenerated common source amplifier. Minus Rd divided by 1 upon Gm plus Rs. That is given by 1.2. Now, if we consider 1 upon Gm, which is a very low value, even lesser than Rs, then your equation number 1.2 becomes this. AV is equal to minus Rd upon Rs. So that means gain is dependent upon the ratio of resistances. That is, it is more stable. So the small signal voltage gain is more stable for a degenerated common source amplifier. Okay. And if Ro and RL is present in the circuit, your equation number 1.2 becomes AV is equal to minus Ro parallel to Rd parallel to RL divided by 1 upon Gm plus Rs. So that is how we can incorporate the terms Ro and RL in the equation. Okay, at the end we can add it. So this is how you estimate the small signal voltage gain for a degenerated common source amplifier. Now let us move on and find out the input impedance. So as discussed in the last video, that we will estimate the input impedance by a technique. What is that technique? We will consider the entire small signal equivalent circuit inside the box. Okay. So this is my small signal equivalent circuit, and we will apply the external test source Vx to the input terminal, and we measure the current Ix. So what will be my input impedance Zin? Zin will be Vx upon Ix. Remember, while focusing on the Zin, that is the input impedance, the output of the circuit is not the focus. So what we have to do? We have to, consider the entire small signal equivalent circuit inside the box. So here we have done that. Entire equivalent circuit is inside the box. and we have replaced the input and applied a test source Vx, and the current is being passed to that test source Ix. Now, from this analysis, the output side is not of importance. Okay, so even if we ignore the output, that is very much fine. So in the above equivalent circuit, we can see clearly that between the gate and the source terminal, there is open circuit because the gate current is zero. So this entire circuit from the gate to source on the right hand side will disappear. Okay, so your equivalent circuit will reduce to this. And why we can do that? Because V out is not of importance to us. Okay, we will also only concentrate on this circuit. So your equivalent circuit reduces to this. So now we can easily estimate Vx upon Ix. That will be just equal to R1 parallel to R2. So in this manner, we calculate the value of input impedance. Now, if we have Rsig into picture, the Zin will be given by Rsig plus R1 parallel to R2. So in this manner, we estimate the input impedance. Now let's go for the output impedance. For the estimation of output impedance, we considered a similar technique. So what do? We consider the entire small single equivalent circuit inside the box with its external test terminal, test source applied to its output terminal, and we measure current Ix. So the output impedance will be given by Z out equal to Vx upon Ix. Now, very important point. For estimating Z out, your V in has to be set to 0. Remember, for estimating Z out, V in has to be set to 0. So let's put the entire small signal equivalent circuit inside the box with V in equal to 0. And at the output terminal, replace your V out by a test source Vx and pass a current Ix to it. Now, in the above equivalent circuit, if V in is 0, your your source terminal Vs is 0 because V in is 0. Then your R1, because what happens is, since V in is 0, this R1 and R2 becomes redundant. That means my gate terminal is connected to the ground. Okay, so your circuit becomes like this. Since R1 and R2 becomes redundant and the gate terminal is connected to the ground, I have my circuit like this. Okay, so this is my circuit. Now we have to find the relation between the Vx upon Ix. So what do? Over here, we'll apply the KCL at the drain node. So what do we get? We get Ix is equal to Ix. So incoming currents are Ix, which should be equal to, I mean, the outgoing current over here is ID and GM into VGS, and the incoming current is equal to Ix. Just wait a second. Okay, so we have updated this little. The direction of arrow for Ix was not given mentioned. So when we apply the KCL at the drain node, it is should be equal to sum of incoming current should be equal to sum of outgoing currents. Over here, incoming current is Ix and outgoing currents are ID and GM into VGS. So ID plus GM into VGS should be equal to Ix over here. So that means Ix minus ID should be equal to GM into VGS, which we call it as equation number 1.7. Now what do is we apply KVL at the gate source loop. So what do we get? We get minus VGS minus RL minus VRS. Okay, so minus VGS plus minus VRS is equal to 0. So what do we have? VGS is equal to minus VRS. And what is VRS actually equal to over here? VRX will be equal to the current GM into VGS into RS. And what is GM into VGS? Ix minus ID. So what will be current over here? VRS, GM into VGS into RS, which will be equal to Ix minus ID into RS. So VGS is equal to minus Ix minus ID into RS, which we call it equation number 1.8. And then from 1.7 and 1.8, we can write the following. We can substitute the 1.8 equation in 1.7 as follows. So Ix minus ID will be equal to GM times. Okay, so we substitute the value of VGS over here. So it will be equal, it will be equal to GM into VGS. So that will be GM times minus Ix into RD into RS. And if we open the bracket, we get minus GM Ix RS plus GM ID RS. Okay. And now we collect the terms of Ix together and ID together. So we get Ix into 1 plus GMRS is equal to ID into 1 plus GMRS. So as you can see, 1 plus GMRS cancel out from both the sides, right hand side and left hand side. That means what? Ix is equal to ID. So if Ix is equal to ID, from equation number 1.7, we can say that GM into VGS is equal to 0. So this means that if GM into VGS is 0 for the applied condition, so your GM into VGS current source will behave as an open circuit. So in this diagram, GM into VGS also behaves as an open circuit. So once we redraw the circuit, we get something like this. So from now, what is Vx upon Ix? It is just equal to RD. So your output impedance is equal to RD. And now if small RO and RL are present, your output impedance will be equal to small RO parallel to RD parallel to RL. So in this way, we can estimate the expression of output impedance over here, okay, and the input impedance and the small signal voltage gain for a degenerated common source amplifier. Okay, so first we started by drawing the small signal equivalent circuit. Then we estimated the small signal voltage gain and then the input impedance and the output impedance for a degenerated common source amplifier employing N-channel MOSFET enhancement type. So that's all for this session. Next time we will start with the common gate configuration, amplifier configuration. So until then, have a good day and thank you.